These things can kill you. And if you inhale that, can really do some serious damage to your internals. I have to now file something, just a giant headache. Welcome back to another episode of Broken Mirror, guys. If you are new to this channel, we've been working on my 2007 Cadillac CTS that has 86,000 miles, and I picked it up for 1,200 bucks. I got it that cheap because when I bought it, there was nothing running. So if you go back to the first episode, you'll find out why it wasn't running. And then on the second episode, we started working on trying to make this thing move. So far it runs and drives very smooth. Now, what I would actually like to do today is to finish cleaning the interior. In the first episode, I ended up taking out the seats, shampooed the carpets, started cleaning some of the plastics, but really just stopped there. So what I want to do today is to clean all the plastics off, try to clean all the windows from all the sticky stuff left over from the tint that we peeled off. And then if we have enough time, there's actually an underpan for the engine bay. When I took it off, it was all cracked and kind of broken up. I'd like to plastic weld that thing just back together, make it strong, make it rigid, just like we did with the bumper on the Audi probably like 2 or 3 episodes ago. Now, for those of you that are wondering, this little crack method has helped tremendously with the scent in there. I would say it's baked out probably 70% of it. It's definitely still there, but it is nowhere near what it was like when I first got this car, and definitely not as fresh as it smelled after I shampooed the car. With that said, I tried to go sell the Audi. I met up with someone. They might come back tomorrow, but while I was gone, 30 minutes that I was gone all day, UPS showed up and I missed my ozone generator. So I will be grabbing that in the morning before I tape, and then probably go from there trying to get that thing to do what it does. I guess bleach air is essentially what it does. But yeah, for right now, what I'm gonna do is get started with all the plastics, the dash, all that, and then see how far we get. Let's do it. Gotcha. It's the next day. I've been kind of busy all morning. I've been trying to sell the Audi. Yesterday was kind of a rough day as well. Trying to sell, trying to do other things around the house, just kind of got all kind of clustered up. But they missed me yesterday when they were supposed to drop off the ozone generator. So I think I already told you guys, but like the 30 minutes that I was gone trying to sell the car yesterday, they missed me. Tried to go pick it up already today, but they hadn't yet dropped it off to their designated pickup location thing. I just got an alert that it's time to pick up. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head down to the pickup location, grab the ozone generator, come back, plug that thing in, and then I want to wash this baby up. Let's get to it.
20 minutes later.
All right, that was an epic fail. I actually went there earlier trying to get that package. I watched the girls sort through everything trying to find it. They never found it. Realized it was my fluke. I went home. I guess there was like another delivery confirmation that I didn't get. I thought they just kind of went there at the end of the day. Since it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, I figured it was already there today. So then I went back after I got this second delivery confirmation to there, and it wasn't there. I watched the girls go through everything again, probably for like 20 plus minutes. It's not there. I have to now file something with UPS. It's just a giant headache. Anyway, we're running out of time. It's already like 6 o'clock at night. So I think I'm just gonna give the car a nice wash, kind of see where it's at and see what I have to pay attention to. That's the goal. Let's get at it. All right guys, it is the next morning. I ended up finishing up washing the car. I ended up also doing like the synthetic clay bar on it. The paint feels great, feels very clean, but check it out. I mean, look at the rims alone. Look how sharp they cleaned up. I could not be happier, but there's some watermarks that dried, not too bad. But overall, I am incredibly impressed with how good this car came out. But I mean, look how clean it came out. Even the headlights, I mean, the headlights I'm gonna have to buff for sure. And then shout out to MJC. He made a very valid point, trying to paint match and fix all these cracks. From what I'm seeing, you're basically have to sand it down to almost primer or dang near, throw another coat over top, then do clear coat, and just the time, money, energy that's gonna go in to try to make that look better. I think I might actually make it look more noticeable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it, but if you look, I mean, even just a good cleaning kind of took away the strength or the visual of it. So I think just a nice buff and polish should dilute that enough that it looks pretty dang good. But everything else looks sharp, guys. Looks really good. I'm really impressed. There is one little dent up here from something. I don't know exactly what it's from. And I think I still might end up doing the weather stripping, just because if you look down here, I mean, like, this is hitting primer in here. It needs to be redone, and everything else in the car looks so good. I want to paint these up, make them look as good as the rest of the car, at least better. The back looks pretty good. There is one little spot here of rust. I do think I want to try to clean that up and at least get some like scratching fixed, and then definitely buff out this spot. There's a bunch of pine needles sitting here, and it just started to like kind of rot the paint here. So I do want to buff this out and bring the shine back a little bit. And then coming back to those other cracks in the back, I mean, again, guys, just a nice wash cleaned up the visual of those cracks. There is still that big one, but I really do think I'm just gonna come through here with a polish, buff, and send it. And then I'll just negotiate and work with the new owners on what they want to do about it. Now, I've already ran down to the UPS pickup location, and they finally were able to find my package. So that's good. I'm happy. It's here. We can finally do the ozone generator. I think what I'm gonna do first is unbox this, set it up. And I'm gonna set it up, I think, for 3 hours. And then, like, just a word of caution to you guys, and shout out to Robert Vance for reminding me, because I totally forgot about this. These things can kill you. Essentially what they do is kind of bleach the air, and if you inhale that, can really do some serious damage to your internals. So it's recommended that you put it in and then you come back out, hold your breath, open all the doors, let the car breathe out for like an hour, and then maybe then you can sit in the car again. So, after turning it off. Make sure you turn it off and then let it breathe out for like an hour. So that's what I'm going to do first, is unbox this thing. But then after I set that all up, what I want to do next is I'm going to pull out the floor mats from yesterday, let them dry out in the sun. They're pretty dry, they're almost there. But right after that, I want to work on this engine pan cover that's all broken up. I think you saw it yesterday when I was cleaning it all up, that it was just kind of cracked and kind of shredded. I want to plastic weld all those parts back together so that I can put them on the next episode. So that's it. Nothing to it but to do it. All right, everything's wrapped up. You saw that like pan or that engine cover worked out great. It's perfect. I ended up plugging in the ozone generator right afterwards because I realized I needed the electricity to use on the soldering gun, so I couldn't do anything until then. So the ozone generator is plugged in right now. I have it set up for 3 hours, and I think probably 2 hours in, I'm gonna come out here, start the car, and let it circulate that air through all the induction for like an hour. That's my goal. We'll see how that all works out. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. If you haven't yet, guys, hit the subscribe button, click that notifications bell so you get alerted when I'm putting out these 2 a week now, just so you don't miss one. Also, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help a ton. Thank you for all of you that do. I appreciate it every single time. Thank you. And then I'm curious, guys, comment down below what you think this thing would be valued in your market. It's a 2007. It has 86,000 miles. It runs and drives good. It's cleaned up now. I'm probably still gonna buff it and clean it even more. But I'm just curious, what do you think it would sell for in your market? Because it's looking a little crazy here, so I'm kind of excited. Just a heads up, the Audi still has not sold. I just texted a girl who may come tonight. We'll see. I don't know. I'm starting to realize I don't think I'll ever sell another Audi or Volkswagen. It's just not valued here. If I ever get another one, it's probably just going to be for myself, and that's it. But making profit, it's like pulling teeth for people to understand the value. And I get it because they're German cars, are normally expensive to be worked on, so I'm starting to understand it. But it kind of blows my mind what people will pay me for a Nissan Altima compared to an Audi. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, my plans for next week are I want to buff or at least polish the whole body. Probably buff the headlights, definitely, and maybe those spots where those minor cracks are. Then I will definitely give a polish to the whole thing. And then there's still some interior stuff. It's like just little dirt and stuff on the cloth on the headliner and like kind of the runners up to the headliner. So there's little spots that still need cleaning. I still need to wipe down the back seat. I haven't touched that. And then I need to see if it'll pass smog. And I think that's it, guys. I think it'll be ready to list. So hopefully I do sell the Audi tonight so I can sell this thing next week and go get another flip. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap up another episode of Broke Premiere. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you guys again on Thursday. Later, guys.